The only women that are struggling to find a partner are ones that are actually wife material. You speak to a woman who has no intention of settling down, who is very good at, performing sexual acts and stuff. She has no problem meeting men. She's constantly surrounded by men. So it's just the message that men are giving online is that they want good women and stuff, but it's not in line with their behavior. And I just wish there was more honesty about what you truly want out.
If you didn't know, a final form is a religious woman. Every single race of woman cannot be trusted. And let me tell you why. White women will trap you early. They'll trap you while you're in college and they see that you're about to be the #1 draft pick in NFL, MLB, NBA. They're like, oh, I gotta trap them. And men fall for it every time. But then they divorce you later. They know how to play the long game. They know, okay, I won't get this dude now, but I'll get him later. And then before you know it, when they divorce you, they take half your money, the house, the car, the kids. They're very sneaky women. I would be careful around them if I were you. Number 2, Latina women. Latina women get pregnant very easily. And they somehow love to get pregnant by who? Rich dudes. And who? Especially athletes. That's all I'm going to say. Number 3, black women. Black women's standards are so high that not even God himself can reach them. Black women use their prime years to be with the thugs, the bad guys, the drug dealers, and then use their later years when their value depreciates, when their look fades, to be with the simps with money. Y'all ain't slick. Y'all ain't slick. And last but not least, Asian women. Asian women want to be white so bad that if you typically see them walking around the mall with older white men, if they're not with their own race, like another Asian, they're typically also walking around with an older white man. Why? Why? Because they value money and status. Someone had to say it. Careful, y'all.
So this is definitely a good one. Now, she's highlighting some things among different races of women in terms of why you shouldn't be getting married to any of them, because what it all boils down to is that they're all gold diggers at the end of the day. They're all gold diggers. Some may be reared differently, raised differently. We know in terms of the community, and speaking from a lot of the content I do cover, which I talk about different races as well, but speaking from the perspective of the black community and the way the black woman is raised, she's raised to not do anything for the black man. Everything is about her, which is one of the biggest issues that men have in terms of everything is about pleasing her. And yes, and I'm starting out with black. You could probably like, JR, why aren't you starting out with the white women, so on and so forth? I'm going to get there, but I just wanted to get this out of the way because this is a black woman talking here. Everything is about her, and she does chase after the thugs and the bad boys. And not that other races don't, but it's primarily white women. I wouldn't say Hispanic women so much, but there are some. But it's mainly the black women who go after the thugs and the bad boy, the dope boy, and they give their best years to these guys. And then as they get older, they settle. Their preferences don't change, and I don't believe any woman's preference changed from the time that she's 17 years old. Her preferences don't change. She still likes the bad boy, but she'll settle because she knows those guys ain't it. She may have had a few kids by those guys, and she wants the cleanup guy at the end of the day. But anyway, let's pivot back to the white women and what we started out with. Now, white women, a lot of times, whatever her background is, if she's straight from Europe or moved here or immigrated here, or if she's just a plain old American, old-fashioned white girl, she's raised to choose a husband, to get a husband, to secure the bag. Even now, because all white folks see is the bag. You have a few left that's actually really stone cold racist, whatever, right? But a lot of you bros who you dream of having a snow bunny, that they'll accept you if you are a D1 athlete, if you make it to the NFL, if you secure the bag. They push for marriage and all that just for status and to have access to the bag, because as Umar Johnson always says, she leaves with the wealth and she goes to get with who she really wants to be with at the end of the day. And that's just that. I don't think it's by accident a lot of times that a lot of these guys end up with white girls. But one thing about these white girls, they're raised to be feminine. They're raised to be submissive. They're raised to listen. Even though she can say they may have an ulterior motive, and that's getting the bag. But it's about status for white women, right? It's about status and the circles they can get in. They go to college to network. Black women go to college to get educated and compete with the black man. Not so much about getting married. And that's just that. Now on to the Latina woman. As she said, Latina women tend to only date Latina men or white men, or the ones now who are, as she said, athletes. Because a lot of the guys you see as well, if they don't have a white woman, they have a Latina looking woman that looks like Kim Kardashian or J-Lo, even though Kim Kardashian's not Latin, but they want a woman that looks Latina like that has that. Because they all, like Cat Williams say, they all get the same woman. And they all deal with the same woman for whatever reason, which is strange to me. But they're after the bag like anyone else. But the traditional women who may be from Central America or South America, they may just want a guy that is masculine, that's a man that's willing to take care of the house, and they're not all about all the riches, wealth, and the fame. But you have some of these Latinas from the islands and who come here, it's a different story altogether. So on to the Asian women, right? Asians typically stick with Asians, right? But you have some who deal with black guys. You have the Southeast Asians, and then you have the Koreans and the Thai, who are Southeast Asian, and Filipinas who deal with black guys, right? But they typically are with white guys because white guys prefer the Asian women because of their body size. They're small, they're very thin-waisted, they're very petite. And white guys like that type of woman. In all actuality, that's who they're going to go for. And they're after the bag too. But they're a little more liberal, and I think their people are a little more liberal when it comes to dealing with black folks. But all these women gonna take you to the cleaners. They're all the same when it comes to divorce, when it comes to child support, when it comes to kids, when it comes to all this stuff. America gives women a sense of power that they can just weaponize the child support system, the court system. And once they realize that and they tell other people about that, about what these laws that we have in place that allows them to do this to men, and you don't even have to be with a man that long, and you get all of this stuff, you can become a millionaire overnight. Man, it is nasty work out here. Nasty work. So fellas, be careful, man. Be careful. But good thing a lot of fellas are catching on. They're not signing that contract. They're not trying to be married. They're not trying to go through this foolishness and get taken for everything. Even though a lot of men do, they want kids, they want progeny, they want their name to be carried on. But it's like you deal with the issue of getting with a woman that is on some foolishness or on some BS, and you never know what'll happen, man. But anyway, just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.